Tired of getting carded while tanking Omega? Tired of seeing those pesky golden letters? Well, I got the solution for you. In this video, I will show you builds, tips, and tricks on how to tank Omega. Keep in mind, tanking works better in multiplayer, but because I don't have a team, I'll be going support only. But I will explain the things that you need to do as a tank. Now, editor, roll the intro. That's me. I'm the editor. Hello there, fellow hunters. So I heard you guys want to be tank on the Omega fights. So I got you guys here a build that will help you guys with that in mind. I'm going to be using the sword and shield, but you can actually use... I'm more comfortable with the sword and shield because that is one of my main weapons in this game. So that is that. For me, the lance is kind of slow, and it takes a while to get the aggro of the monster. So I'd rather just not use it and instead I use the sword and shield. So I'm going for the Halage sword, which is the Gyokura's sword and shield. And I'm using shield iron wall duels, which will give me the skills guard and guard up. Guard up is all you need in order to block every single attack that Omega has. Anyway, I also have one dual guardian to have offensive guard because I believe the sword and shield has level 2 offensive guard, so that's why it's gonna give us a buff of attack. My second weapon is Hurricane Hammer, which is the Ratalos hammer. I'm using it because of the critical boost it has and the elemental damage it has. So I have max critical boost on it, and it does a lot of fire damage, which is what we want. And I'm doing it for the spider because the spider has a really low stun duration. What I mean by that is like you can stun it twice really fast. So now I'm using 2 sets of Raid Sandhelm and the Sandmail Raidao Raidao armor set. The reason why I'm doing that is for 2 reasons. One is for latent power, which will increase my affinity by 30%, but most importantly reduce stamina depletion by 50%. So that it will be good for blocking, and it also comes with the Lord's Soul. If you have 3 of those that have Lord's Souls, you will see how I'm gonna get it with the last piece. But yeah, with these 2 pieces, I have Latent Power and I have Constitution, which are 2 things that you need. Constitution is a skill that allows you to reduce the stamina depletion from blocking, so that's really good. Raidao has a stamina surge, which is something that you want because it will increase your stamina recovery so you can actually block more attacks. Now, it's needless to say, this build is mainly for party ups, but I'm gonna do it with solo support hunters, so you can guys see that it is possible to do it that way, and maybe you can learn a little too about tanking this monster. Anyway, so we have 2 pieces of Halage braces. This is standard for me because, of course, I want the Thunderous War, and it also is because it shares the Stamina Search skill that I want on my build. Now, the last piece is the Duna Will Graves, and the reason why I have that is because of the Quick Sheath and the Agitator. The Quick Sheath is actually amazing, especially on weapons like the Lance or the Gunlance, because you will need to move a lot and unsheath your weapon as fast as possible, and doing it that way actually helps you a lot, and you will see in the video. I'm also using the Blessing Charm. Like I said, I'm not going fully offensive, I'm going defensive. Divine Blessing is a skill that you need if you want to survive most of the time. Now, the reason why we have 3 art pieces of monsters in ourselves is because we have this skill Lord Soul activated by using 3 pieces of those that had Lord Soul in it, which basically it boosts my attack and lowers my defense, but it lets me survive 1 hit. And after that, it boosts defense and resistance as well. The God's ability allows you to survive a lot of things, and you will see it in the video. I recommend that you put the Mental Mantle on if you're not really good at this fight, but don't worry, I have trick that I'm going to show you guys. You want to start with the Frenzy Mantle because, of course, you want to get the immunity as fast as possible from Omega. So yeah, that's why I'm going to be using the Corrupted Mantle. But what if you want to use another build? Well, I get you, fam. Here, I'm going to use a different alternative. Of course, I'm going to keep my 3 pieces of Arc monsters intact. But I'm going to change the arms and the waist to Suja Sash for Divine Blessing. And the arms for Guardian Artbell Fan Braces. And I'm going to equip a skill that is going to help you a lot. Especially if you're playing with teammates and you have a teammate that actually heals you. Recovery Up will allow you to get the most out of heals because it will boost how much you heal from those potions or the doses lives and stuff like that. Unfortunately, for only supporters, it's kind of hard to actually get that. You get it like a few of them. They can heal you, but it's not gonna be as effective as having a teammate who actually keeps on healing you than not. You can change your charm from defense boosts, which will give you a lot of defense boosts if you want to survive a lot. I have guts as an ability, so I am not going to go for this, but you can if you want to. The last talisman I recommend is White Range level 5. This will allow you to, every time you heal yourself, it will heal your party members. So you can be a little bit of a support tank. Now, if you want to use the lance, I recommend using, of course, the like Iacros lance, of course, the Iacros lance, and use the same gems that allows you to get guard up and stuff like that. You can still use this build, but I don't recommend using this build with this weapon at all. What I recommend is using some sort of evasion tank, not the ones that I'm using right now. This one is not really good, but it will help you a lot, especially when it comes to evade lancing, and it makes you dance around the monster a lot. But the main skill you want is evade extender when you're using the lance. Why? Because it allows you to hop away really fast away from missiles that you want to avoid instead of actually blocking for that. Of course, always eat first before going into the fight. Like I said, it's always eat first. Also, one thing that I didn't show in the last video is that I actually buff before I go into fights. The reason, if I go here, I have a set that has item prolonger and free meal, and what you do is you grab yourself the buffs items, like for example the Might Seed, the Mega Demon Drug, the Armor Skin, and any other buff that you may have. And as you see in the corner up, you have those buffs in, and then you can just switch your build once again, and you will still have those benefits from this. Fight will take over 30 minutes, probably 33 minutes approximately, so it's gonna take a while. The fight is really difficult, especially when you are a tank. There's a lot of things you have to watch out for, and I'm gonna be doing it with supports only. So there's some things that you have to do when you are fighting it as a tank with supports only that you don't have to do when there's only people with you on the party, and I'll show you that right away on the video. But like always, go to settings and change your only hunter support, automatic on SOS flare, and you can go into select hunters. And this is important because we're not going to be picking Alexa, because Alexa is going to try to get the aggro of the monster. So yeah, we're not gonna use Alexa. Instead, we're gonna use Olivia. Like I said, she's really good DPS for this fight, and she can stun Omega most of the time. We're gonna choose Kai because he's gonna keep you alive and give you buffs of attack ops and stuff like that. And we're gonna choose Mina because she's the only character, aside from these two, Rosso and Alexa, who doesn't normally target the face. Only in rare occasions to get the immunity, but if she does, it's a blessing in disguise. So yeah, you're gonna go ahead and choose that. So anyway, that is just for the explanation of what I do before I actually go out to fight. Either way, see you guys on that fight. Alright, here we go. This fight is gonna be a little bit more difficult than my previous fight because of course I'm trying to be the tank.
What's our move?
But yeah, I'm gonna first equip the Frenzy Mantle so that I can get the immunity as fast as possible. You guys know that that is the trick to actually beat this monster, is to make him go into that mode as fast as you can get it to do so. But of course, because you're a tank, you don't have actually too much damage to do that, because I'm sacrificing offense for more defense. But yeah, I already got the immunity from Omega, so now he's gonna try to throw ahead and a bunch of stuff onto you. So my build can actually block every single one of his attacks. But what can you block? But what will you block if you can actually just, you know, dodge it? But of course, I can block that with guard up, and I can block the lasers, something I couldn't do in my previous video. But yeah, one of the attacks you have to be careful for is that that attack with his claw. It's gonna be difficult to dodge if he does it that fast, or block if he does it that fast. But yeah, you have to be a lot of oversight when it comes to attacking like that. I'm not doing a good job right now, but you will see I'll get better at it. And I'm a little bit rusty with this fight. But by rusty I mean I haven't fought it in a day, because he's a headache to fight. So yeah, that attack, of course, you can either block it or not, but you have to be aware from it. If you block it, if he does it twice, you're pretty much dead. So you don't actually want to block it, you want to dodge it. Of course, here I could have blocked that, so I was okay. Now I'm waiting for him to throw lasers from his face, and unfortunately he is not throwing the lasers on his face, because that will allow me to get the wound that pops up on it. And he does it here when I'm in the middle of an animation, but you see the wound is open and I'm trying to get it, but I don't get it. And that's just the unfortunate part of it. Yeah, this part is gonna be a little bit rough, because, well, tanks are a little bit rough, but I tell you, it's gonna get better. Now, if you're playing with other people, while you're tanking the most of the attacks, here I'm going for a power clash. That's one of the things you have to do as a tank. But while you're doing this fight with other people, you have to keep in mind that while you're doing that, your teammates need to be doing DPS on the legs, so that you don't get overwhelmed by too many attacks, you know? Things like healing you or getting wounds to pop and stuff like that is really recommended. Now the first phase is done, which is why I have the Frenzy Mantle. Now I'm going to go back into my storage unit over here to change my mantle so that I can equip for the second phase. As you guys know, the second phase is really hard to fight, so I rather go for the Mending Mantle, which will allow me to heal myself when I am the floor or get knocked out and stuff like that. It will allow me to survive the onslaught of spamming attacks that this monster has. And of course, if you switch your mantle, you can use the other one really fast, like I did right here. And that's one of the things you're gonna see me do in this fight. I'm gonna be switching my mantles every so often for it to happen. If you're playing online, you basically just want to Mending Mantle on at all times. You don't have to do the frenzy ones, because if you have a good team with multiplayers, people who are actually doing DPS on the legs, not the NPCs who are basically flailing their weapons around, that could happen. Now I got a scar in the face. As soon as you get that, quickly go for the shield so that you can cover yourself from his attacks, and now I got the attention of it. Unfortunately, on this part, even if I have the attention for it, there's something you need to do when you're playing online hunters alone and while tanking. I don't know why you want to tank with support only, because it's not really that effective. But if you do, you have to be aware that you need to get him off of that savage mode as quickly as you can. And the reason why you want that to happen is because it gets annoying by that. If you have other teammates that would help you out a lot on this fight, they will be able to open the wounds on the leg and actually get him off the savage mode. So here you're seeing me, I'm trying to get the legs to open wounds as fast as I can, because otherwise he just gets out of control. So yeah, while you're tanking this, you need your teammates to be able to tank attacks. And here I was expected to die, but I am able to survive thanks to my teammates. And of course, one of the things you can do with guard up is that you can block this attack. So there you go. So yeah, that's the end of that one. But of course, I'm going straight up into the legs. But of course, my supporters are actually riding the monster, mounting the monster, as you can see. But it's okay. I forgot to disable that. I got in the videos, and unfortunately, I wasn't able to get it. Yeah, I know that you can disable that. So thank you guys for that information in the last video. But yeah, I want him to get off of this savage mode I want him to get off of the savage mode, so you're gonna see me attacking the legs a lot. But I also want him to be have the aggro on somebody. I don't want him to not have the aggro on somebody. So yeah, what I recommend you do if you're doing it the way I'm doing it, which is online on supporters, is basically go for the legs and get him off the savage mode, and then you can go ahead and start tanking him once more. But yeah, this is once again the same attack. I'm gonna have to block that, but I don't. The guts tenacity, as you can see, the active skill actually saved me from that. He wasn't even targeting me, he was targeting one of my NPCs, but yeah, I actually was dumb enough to actually get hit by it. So now he's doing the savage rampage mode. You guys, I told you guys, stay away from that attack. It's way too high. If you have the immunity, he often doesn't do it, so that's why one of the things you want it. But of course, I want the legs, and I'm going straight to the head, like I showed you guys previously. You want to have the aggro of this monster at all times if you don't want him to destroy your party. The tank is by far the most important role in this game, and in this fight actually. And if you are not really good at it, then I'm sorry for you. You're gonna fail this quest a lot. But of course, I'm going straight up for the legs because I see a wound that is going to be popped soon, and I want him off of that mode as soon as I can get him off of that mode. So I'm trying my best here to get the wounds open, and I'm able to get one, but I know that there's another one that I can open, so I'm straight up trying to open them in a reasonable fast manner. And unfortunately, he's using this thing, so I could get hit there, but I was able to dodge just in time. Now this is unfortunate for me because I was able to get the wound, but I faint as I am on top of the wound. That means that that wound pops, but I don't actually get the third pop to get him off the savage mode. That is unfortunate. It happens. I don't know who designed that. You can get hit while mounting the monster with a wound, but hey, it's okay. It's a blessing in disguise because I can actually switch my mantle to the evasion mantle, which is what I would have done for the third stage, but I got to do it now, and I can actually get my items back. Now, of course, death doesn't deter me from anything. It's going to happen. If this happens in multiplayer, make sure that it doesn't, but if it happens, it happens. There's nothing you can do about it. You're not a god. You're not Team Darnsark or any other speedrunner. So yeah, that's that. Now, unfortunately, as you can see, the wound pop, so I can't actually get it. So I can get him off of this savage stage. So now I have to basically go into it. I see another scar on the leg, so I'm trying to get there as fast as possible. And there we go. I got the leg, and I am spamming this attack so that I can get him off of that stupid mode. Now he's going for the legs here because he's an ass, and he's going to be continuing being an ass for a while now until I can get him off of that mode. Keep in mind, the tank is really difficult to use on your own. It relies a lot on your teammates, and your teammates need to get him off of that mode really fast. Like you're talking about, you need to open those wounds immediately, because otherwise your tank is going to be overwhelmed by spamming attacks, and that's how most of the tanks die here. Now he's using that a move that right there. You see, if you have the enemy on, your tank will be the only one who gets attacked by it, so your teammates have a reasonable window to do a lot of damage. Of course, because we guard up, I can block that. I should have gone for the face so that I can get the shield. Careful with the spiders because they're annoying, and they can put you out of your attacks as much as that. Of course, go for the DPS as you can. Even if you're the tank, you have to keep reasonably attacking, and that is exactly what I'm doing right here. I'm moving around. And yeah, so we have to talk about what is a tank on this fight. Do you block attacks all the time, or are you evading tanking, or what are you? The thing for a tank on this fight, being a tank on this fight boils down to a couple of things. One of the things that you need to keep aware of is that you have to keep the aggro of the monster. So there's no other reason why you would block all the attacks that comes to you. If you can, you would, but you're gonna run out of stamina and health if you keep going it that way. So That being said, what you want to do is dodge the attacks that you can dodge. Like for example, those missiles are really annoying because they take a lot of your stamina. That attack is really easily blockable if you can guard it. But yeah, that's that. Don't get frosted like I said, otherwise you're going to lose. Now this attack is unfortunate because it does that. Guts saves me once again. That would have been another card. But yeah, that's why Guts is really good. Now once I heal, I have full full HP, and I also have max defense and armor from the Guts ability. So yeah, that's really good in my opinion. Now, so yeah, I'm going for the base because I want the enemy to do once more, and I want to do extra damage to it. Now as you can see, I'm not doing too much damage. I am a tank. I am supposed to survive the attacks, the unlast, and stuff like that. And the best way to do that is basically by dodging the attacks that you can dodge, and blocking the attacks that you can. Like I said, recommended for tanks is to either block the lasers, but those missiles you want to dodge them. They take too much stamina off of you, even with the skills that you have. Now that we are here, this is where I would recommend you guys to go into your tent and get your items. But of course, I painted, so that's how I got it, so I don't have to do it anymore. Now with the Adventure Mantle, it's going to be really useful for this part of the fight. Either this fight itself or the Nersila part of the fight. Now of course, you want to get the enemy as fast as possible, because that way you can drop the boulders on him. Or take him to where the boulders are and do that. And here I am lucky enough that somehow I'm underneath that laser attack. I was able to block it. It would have killed me, by the way, if I didn't block there. But yeah. Now this thing is so annoying because it lowers your HP and it can stack. So you can be really low HP. And as a tank, I don't recommend blocking that attack. Don't block it, because you're going to basically get destroyed by it. And while you have the enemy on, this buff will not go away until you don't have the enemy on. So yeah, it's gonna stack if he keeps hitting you with it. So you want to dodge that attack if you can. Don't block it, because otherwise you're gonna get hit by it. And the debuff will happen regardless if you block it or not. Like I said, I'm mentioning some of the attacks that you can block and some of the attacks that you shouldn't block, and that is the important part. The lasers are not that hard to block or dodge. If you can dodge him, it's the better option, but if you can block it, you can also block it. Just be aware that he combines that lasers with the missiles, and if he combines it with the missiles, then that's pretty much you're pretty much going to die. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, so now that you have the aggro, of course, I want him to where all the pillars are, and that's exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm able to dodge that attack in between, just in case, and he's gonna spam it a little bit. This gives enough time for your teammates to go for the legs, and here we are. This is the place I want him, though the spiders are not letting him move, of course, because they're blowing up like kamikaze onto me. And yeah, I'm trying to get him to be hit by the rocks, and there he goes. And I'm going for the head once more so that he doesn't drop aggro on me. Now he's gonna go for this tackle. He does it. He can do it 3 times, 2 times actually. But yeah, I'm gonna dodge the fails, and because I have quick sheets, I can unleash my sword as fast as that. Don't get hit by that. Keep moving when that attack hits. You can also dodge the missiles. I don't want to get hit by those because blocking them takes too much stamina, like I said. Little tricks that you can do when fighting this monster are those. Know when to block and know when to evade. It's really important. Now he's aggro. Now this attacks, you can see he hits me once more. And previously you saw that when I didn't have the immunity, this buff what actually had a timer on, which would indicate that in 20 seconds it will go away. But because I had the immunity on, you can see that it's not going down, and it will stay like that until you get off of the immunity. But it's not going to happen right now. As you can see, I'm showcasing how the buffs will stack. Now the immunity has been dropped, so that means I can lose this debuff, and that's what I'm trying to do, because if I have it, I'm going to die. I can get one-shotted right now because I don't have much HP, but yeah, that's that. I'm gonna go ahead and heal because it is important to keep yourself safe. If you have the wide range, that would help you a lot. If don't even bother with it. Don't worry, your team is supposed to heal you. But as you can see, I'm playing with support hunters only, so that's not going to be useful because they only heal you every so often, not all the time like teammate would. Attack is easy blockable. In the comment sections below, somebody was actually thinking how could I block that if I didn't have guard up. I explained that some attacks are actually blockable and some are not, and I get hit by that thing again. I like eating those apparently, but yeah, you want the you want the immunity, but okay, so he's on the rock once more, so I'm dropping that. And there we go. That is a good DPS. If you're a tank like I am right now, if you don't have teammates that are constantly doing DPS, going for the rocks is really important. If you have teammates that are really good at doing DPS damage on the legs, then don't even bother with the rocks. Just straight up tank and dodge as many of his attacks as you can. So yeah, that's your role as the tank. Just get the anonymity and run for your life if you have to, and block if you can. This attack, of course, block it or power mount dive it through it. It doesn't take too much stamina, and yeah, it's gonna be good for that reason. That attack you can also block if you're really good at it. The fast one is the one that's really difficult to block because it comes out too fast. Like that one right there, the claw attack. Now he's gonna go ahead and hit that attack, and remember to do it. Now we have the damage threshold done. So we're gonna switch our weapons. I like to show you guys. It's the hammer that I'm using because you can stun lock this monster for more time than useful. Now careful with the spiders. They were really annoying in this fight because they can just be in your way. Now I'm paralyzing here and I'm going straight for the face because I want to stun him right away. You will see it just takes a little bit of the attacks and he will be paralyzed or stunned in just a second. There we go. He's a stun. Now we're gonna go ahead and keep attacking with the maximum attacks we have. Sometimes your supporters are dumb enough to actually not attack him. So yeah, you keep that in mind. Now I'm paralyzing him here once more by making the monster or that little thing to actually go for the paralyzing on it. So yeah, it's really good to do if you can do it. If not, just keep in mind that you have to DPS it as much as possible. So either use the cat tie or KO him or stun block him and stuff. That attack right there will not hit you if you're really close like I am right now, and that's the second stun like I told you. He's really susceptible to it, so a hammer is really good for it. And yeah, we're gonna kill it really fast, and thanks to everybody else DPSing it. But yeah, this would have been really hard if I had another weapon because I didn't took advantage of the cat tie that are around. If you don't take advantage of that, well, you're pretty much done for. So I suggest that if you're playing with a party of 4, draw him to the cat tie, and that will do a lot of damage. And if you can get him to be paralyzed on that cat tie, it will be better. Now, once that phase is done, quickly drop that pillar on him. It does 3,000 damage, as you can see, and straight up go for the face because you want the enmity on you, and that's how it goes. Now be careful with his next attack. As soon as he gets angry like that, he goes for this attack again. I was able to dodge it, so yeah, you don't want to get hit by that. So try to dodge it as much as you can. If you're using a lance, it's going to be quite difficult, but because of quick sheet, you have to be aware that every time he gets angry, as soon as he gets the immunity, he's going to go for that move. So beware of that. Now, of course, he goes triple fire damage like that, and when he gets into this mode, and I'm looking around to see how if I can drop him some of the pillars on him. If you have the aggro, bring him to this shield right here because it's the strongest shield, and because of this strong shield, you can protect yourself from his attacks, and basically it's gonna last a long time, enough for your teammates to actually do high DPS on its legs. Yeah, so if you're the tank, get yourself into this shield dome right here and keep DPS in the head. This fight becomes easier because the laser attacks can't actually hit you. The only attack that can hit you is that one right there, and the claw. Of course, he's going to use the laser on me, but that doesn't really matter because I am protecting myself on this dome. Once more, if he does that charge attack, it's when you have to be extra careful. I'm gonna be using the defense of this dome because it's still not down, even if it says if it's lowering itself. It has a really long duration, so yeah. Tank, this is your primordial thing that you should do, is to hide on shields. Now, unfortunately, my teammates are gonna go for that and break the dome. It could have lasted a little bit longer, but because they choose to protect themselves from that attack, which is the strongest attack that breaks every single shield in one hit, yeah. Now, he is going to do the bash because we have a cooldown on. We can actually bash him into this and do extra DPS damage. Now, in this phase, while the shield is done, if you have teammates that are really good at hitting the legs and the weakness of these monsters and doing DPS, yeah, you don't have to worry about running out of the shield. But if you don't, like I do, because supporters are not really that good when it comes to doing DPS of the legs, you basically have to do it yourself and save yourself from the attacks as much as you can. Take your time. Sometimes the teammates are gonna be sacrificed like that. Sometimes you're not. But yeah, the tank job is a little bit harder than you think for this very own reason. Of course, he's doing the monster bomb. Make sure to attack the head as he's doing that to get the NDD on. And yeah, dodge that attack. But of course, I wasn't able to dodge it. I see some boulders that I can drop on him, and I'm waiting for it. But before I do that, he actually gets to the damage threshold to move to the next stage. Now, I mentioned in my last video that this is the most annoying phase in the fight. And yes, it is. Because he is going to spam attacks non-stop. He will not stop spamming attacks, especially because he goes into savage mode a lot of times in this fight. So you want to get the aggro of this monster immediately. It's something that you have to go for, and I'm here looking at it and I'm like, okay, this is my chance to actually go for his face and do extra damage on the face so that I can get the immunity. And he's going for the fire attack. I'm going to quickly dodge that and quickly dodge that. Like I said, if you don't have to block it, don't block it, don't lose HP. Of course, I was a dumbass and I got hit by it. Either way, because, well, I'm a dumbass. So, it happens. I'm a casual player. Leave me alone. So, he's throwing the MRI missiles, which are really annoying. But the whole point of this fight is to actually find an opening to attack the head. But of course, he's going to keep spamming attacks like you're seeing right now. There's nothing you can do. All you have to do is just wait for that opening to happen. And it looks like this is the opening I was waiting for. I was too far away though. But he goes into savage mode and I'm attacking the head as fast as I can so that I have the immunity. But actually Mina got it. And if Mina got it on this point, I'm gonna utilize it to get him off of that savage mode instead of me. If you are playing with other people, and not only supporters like I am, you want the enemy on yourself, not your teammates. Tell your teammates not to attack the head. That's your job alone. But of course, I can't have that because I'm playing with only supporters. I have to basically do the DPS myself on the legs and stuff like that. But you will learn, but I think you will learn a little bit of tips and tricks on how to be a tank on this fight. Just ignore the parts where I'm basically hitting the legs to get the one step up to get him off the savage mode, stuff like that. Otherwise, I will be hitting the head. And doing the most amount of damage I can. Now the enemy is gone, so we're gonna go ahead and grab that. If you don't, you're gonna have a hard time on this phase. I'm actually really glad that a lot of people enjoyed the tip for the immunity and getting Alexa to get the aggro for it. And I had a lot of people who actually said that they managed to actually beat the monster after like 80 times or something like that. That is insane to me, and I really enjoy that. That a lot of you guys were able to defeat this monster with some of my tips and like that. And I gotta say, for a video that I basically made on a whim, I am surprised. Like, I didn't even put any effort on this video, honestly, but it did so well that might as well just keep on going. You know what I mean? But yeah, now how the enemy on the monster, there's two options here. You can make him go underneath the boulders, which I'm trying to do, and there you go, for extra DPS damage. Of course, if you have a team or a teammate, because I think this the best way to actually be a tank is for you to have one teammate and only supporters after that. The reason why you want that is because you don't want other teammates to break or die too much on the fight, and unfortunately, if you're not coordinated, this fight can be hell. But yeah, that's my opinion on it. So if you have a friend, good for you. This build is perfect for it. If you have no friends, then well, the only option is what I have right now, which is basically do what I'm doing right now. So I'm not breaking the leg. I'm trying to do as much DPS as possible. Now, if you see the armor vessels, like I said, run in circles if you can. You don't want to hit your teammates with it, but yeah, he's gonna do this for a while. And when you see him do like a little bit of, he does like a little bit of an animation before he finishes with that his last missile, so you know you're good to fight. Now my supporter actually got the mount again, which is okay. I'm not mad at that because it will give me enough time. You see how much I blocked that missile. You see how much stamina took away from me. So yeah, don't bother with blocking that attack. Just try to dodge it if you can. If you have no other option, then go for it. Like I said, I want to get him off of this mode, so I'm breaking the ones on the leg and staggering him when I can, because well, it's going to be a difficult fight if you don't otherwise. Now I'm breaking the ones on the legs in sword style fashion. Of course, he's gonna go into that attack. Now once he goes into that, it doesn't matter if you stun him or not, like I'm here, he's going to eventually try to do it. You will see in just a minute. Now, we got him into the savage mode. We have a shield. We are in perfect position to get the anonymity on his face and do a lot of damage. He's also stunned because of Olivia. Like I said, somebody who has a hammer is really good for that, but unfortunately, you don't want anybody else to get the anonymity on him. Now, I'm going for the legs because Olivia actually got the anonymity. At this point, I want to kill it. Yeah. If you had a teammate, this fight will not last this long like it's lasting right now, because, well, your teammate will do enough damage to open wounds, get him off the savage mode, and kill the monster in a reasonable fashion. But of course, because I'm using only hunters, like I said, I can't showcase the entirety of it for the fight of tanking. Those lasers, keep in mind, are easy to dodge if you time it properly. You can just roll in between them. And that. Now, when your teammates see those lasers, they should be careful because, of course, it can one-shot you. Right now, I don't have the guts ability activated, so I can get one-shotted. And you saw how much the guts ability protect you there. And that to say, also the Divine Blessing is protecting me a lot. I don't feel like the need to go for defenses up and stuff like that because of it, but yeah. Also, those missiles, the window is extremely close, but you saw me right there. I dodge it, even though I was gonna get hit. If you see it on the screen, you can actually dodge it as soon as you see it hit you. Then yeah, I get hit here a little bit of crossfire when getting hit by freaking Omega. And of course, he no longer has the thing, but Divine Blessing saves me there. That's why Divine Blessing is important. I don't want to get hit by anything else because, of course, I don't have my full HP because of the debuff. Yeah, the fight of being a tank is constantly just blocking and evading the attacks that you have to evade. So let's recap on the attacks that you have to evade before I actually finish this fight. This attack, you have to evade it. You must not block it, otherwise you're gonna be sitting on fire. The fist attacks, you can use destroying easily with attacks, so you don't have to. I get hit there because I am a moron. This attack you can block, but if you dodge it, if you can dodge it because it will take a lot of your stamina. But you can block it. Those lasers you can block, but don't bother too much, especially when he is throwing those missiles on, because those missiles, I'd rather you dodge them instead of blocking them because they do a lot of stamina damage. This laser attack, I recommend you blocking it or dodging it. I recommend blocking it because it will make him stand still in that position for a little bit. Now keep in mind, if if he does those tackles, you can actually block them. But if you block them, keep in mind that you have a window where you can't actually you will have a window where you can't actually get power bash it. So because it's in a cooldown. Now, of course, he's going into his rampage mode. Beware, in his rampage mode, he is going to be annoying. And if you can block it. If you can't, then you're pretty much dead. His attacks are too unpredictable, and you will die. So the best bet is just run away from it when he does that. Now, of course, get the one, and if you can go for the head, go for the head. But of course, I'm not able to, so I'm just going for the one on the back to do as much DPS as possible. The tank by itself will not be able to do the damage that you want him to do, but yeah. That's why you need a teammate. As soon as you see the spider that actually gives you the shield, break him, because your shields are the lifeline of this fight. Blocking the onslaught that he does for spamming is one of the best ways to secure your health with that shield. Of course, don't be a dumbass like me and get hit by those lasers. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Now, I'm blocking the missiles. Now, I'm not blocking the missiles, I'm blocking the lasers and dodging the missiles because, like I said, it's really difficult to save yourself from that. Now, he's going to go for that attack, and unfortunately for me, it wasn't directly at me, so yeah. Now, of course, he's going to go power bash, and he does 3 times. At least it's not going for me. If you are the one of the DPS, it's better just to dodge it. If you can, well, there you go. Just pray that Divine Blessing actually protects you. Now he's going to, of course, be annoying with the missiles, and I'm going to show you guys what's the indication that he's done with the missiles. Just keep running in circles. It's the best way to not get hit in the crossfire by another teammate missile. Now, as you see in that animation right there, he's done with the missiles. And here, I broke the leg. Those things are easier to break if you have a teammate, and if he's doing a lot of DPS on a leg, you will break it fast. But like I always, go straight for the sensor. The tank shouldn't go for the sensor. The tank should go for the head to get the immunity as fast as possible. And of course, if you break a leg, get the shield, and you will be protecting yourself. The tank should get the shield, but if your teammates get it, they can put it on underneath you and protect you that way too. So yeah, that's how I defeated Omega Savage as being a tank. It took 33 minutes to actually beat, so I don't really recommend using it only supporters. I recommend more of a DPS than that. But it's doable in both online only supporters and in multiplayer. It's more doable on multiplayer as well. But yeah, that's the end of that fight. I'm gonna show you guys, because a lot of people were asking in the questions below, how to do the loop when it comes to the sword and shield. In computer, it will be double left click and then double right click, double left click and double left click. That will be the equivalent of the same loop. And all you gotta do is straight up, just go into the monster and double triangle, double loop, just like that. Triangle, double loop. We'll see. Triangle. Sometimes you're gonna mess it up because the input doesn't get there, but it's okay. You're gonna keep still hitting. I don't know if you notice with this combo, but if you actually go ahead and use it, every single time you're using the double triangle, you're taking a step up. So eventually, you're gonna get away from the monster if you keep using this this loop. So what you want to do when that happens is you're gonna go for a triangle backwards, and it basically helps you back to the place that you need to go to. As soon as you see a scar that is white like that, you're gonna go ahead and press the same button, the focus strike that you use for wounds, on the white spot. This will open it up faster than intended. So yeah, sometimes there's wounds on top of the monster, of the Omega, that you're not gonna be able to get unless you're really high up, and your teammates will not be able to get. So you can actually get that wound on the back of Omega. That can only be opened, I believe, with mounting, and you don't want that wound to go to waste. So you want to do is you want to press circle back and then charge completely. The charge attack goes like that, and you can focus strike on top of the monster if the wounds are too high up. This can be used on any monster if you feel like it, but yeah, it works best when the wound in the back of Omega is not popped, and you need that to happen. Another thing that I was using in my fight is the shortcut to equip your it's a shortcut to equip your mantle. Now, of course, you can select it via the radical if you have it equipped, or you can just pick it up around here and you can equip it by doing this. Now, but what happens if you are in the middle of a fight and you don't have enough time to do that? You're gonna press the L1 button and then you're gonna press the R2 button. That will equip it. So while you're in the middle of a fight, you can go ahead and equip it as you're fighting. A shortcut to equip your mantle, if you're in the middle of a fight, is of course jump and equip it in mid-air, and this will give you enough time to equip it and actually not lose DPS. A lot of speedrunners use this for their advantage, but I'm not a speedrunner, I'm a casual player.